Now, the so-called beast of a COVID-19 variant, the Kappa variant, carried by a Victorian couple through regional New South Wales and Queensland, has turned out to be somewhat of a fizzer so far. Still no transmission in either state, despite the couple skipping lockdown and visiting scores of locations in various country towns. One of those towns which is in virtual lockdown as locals front up for testing and community events are sadly abandoned is Moree in the northwest of New South Wales, a place where I used to live. Its mayor is Katrina Humphries, and she joins us live now from the town. Hi there, Katrina.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well. So far, so good.
Oh, your fingers crossed, Chris. You know what Moree's like. We're just hoping and praying on a wing and a prayer. But we had some more good news today. We had our sewage treatment works data come back, and there's no traces of COVID in it. But we have to still got to stay a bit vigilant and keep those tests up.
Yeah, that's great news. I wasn't aware of that. I'm glad you've told us that. And it does prove too that in highly populated areas where you've got cities and the cities abroad that are highly, densely populated, they are the places that are most suspect to COVID. But when you get out to the country, most people are social distancing anyway and are using QR codes, etc. The danger, as we've seen in the last week, maybe not as acute as it would be in the city.
No, look, and just as well, Chris, because we were ill-prepared. We didn't get the help that I thought we were going to get from Health New South Wales. We were basically on our own. We had no idea really what we had to do, but we got in and we did it. So thank God it wasn't too aggressive here, because it was all new to us and it all happened so quickly.
So in terms of testing resources, how long did it take to get to Moree? And are you equipped now to deal with the extra testing you need to do?
Yeah, look, we doubled down very quickly. The Pious Medical Unit were very, very quick to get Laverty involved. They have a partnership anyway. And the hospital was testing as well. But, we were under-resourced. We didn't have enough tests for Laverty and the big pop-up that we set up out near the airport. We ran out of tests there on the afternoon of Thursday, caused great angst, had to turn people away. They had to join massive queue at the hospital. Thursday afternoon, the police superintendent and I decided that a couple of old chicks should really take the lead on this because it was a mess. So we did, and we weren't too worried whether we had the authority or not, but we got in there with our chief engineer from council, and got roads cut off and redesignated and sent traffic flowing a lot better, and suggested a few major improvements at some of the sites, and away we went. And Friday was a really successful day for testing, and the numbers were good. And the traffic flow was a lot quicker, because it's hugely frustrating. We had people waiting for 5 hours on Thursday, it's just tough. But we get there, you know what we're like, Chris. We're pretty resilient mob. Nothing changes up here in the bush.
Absolutely, sleeves up, just get stuck into it. Now, on top of that, you've had to forego a couple of major events, which is always, unfortunate when a crisis hits.
Yeah, look, it's life. It's nothing like poor people in Melbourne have had to put up with, because they've had it for, over 12 months.
True.
But we have this amazing golden triangle of picnic races up here every winter. It's just beautiful. So that was the big event that was on this weekend, and there were thousands of people coming, big family reunions, and but it is what it is. And there's people, we always look at the fact that there's a lot of people in a worse situation, but very disappointing for us that this even happened, because these people did break the rules. But, we've only just gotten over a flood, Chris. We had a massive flood at the end of March, early April, right across the Shire, and businesses were just getting back on their feet again. So, it's been a tough time, but we still live in the best country in the world. We just have to get on with it. We don't have to like it.
Yeah, I lived in Moree 40 years ago when I experienced my first mouse plague, and it changed the way I viewed country life, let me tell you. But is the change in weather causing the plague to abate in your region?
Yeah, look, we're really hopeful. We've had some freezing weather. Thursday, on top of COVID, was one of the coldest days I ever remember. And you probably don't remember, but I remember you in our lounge room in front of a very big hot fire one winter, probably about 38 years ago. And you had a great big mop of black curly hair.
That's right.
It was a long time
You got a good
ago.
memory.
Yeah, and it's a fabulous place, as we know. But look, we haven't had the mice as bad as a lot of people, because that was the upshot of the flood, was that it actually drowned a lot of the little aqueducts as they were. They were swimming enormously everywhere, and they were just really, really hard to deal with. But now we've had this really cold weather and some more rain. They'll probably die of natural causes, which will be pneumonia, because the breeding cycle's 3 weeks. You know, they're pumping out a litter every 3 weeks.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Just unbelievable.
Awful, horrid.
I don't know how you go through it, but you've done such a wonderful job, as Moree people do all the time. Sleeves up. Katrina Humphries, thank you so much for your time, and all the best.
Oh, thank you, Chris, and come back and see us one day.
I will.
Still going.
I want to jump back into the spa bars as quickly as I possibly can.
Yeah, they're great. They're
Good
fabulous.
on you. Thanks again.
Bye.